Hi, I'm Maria. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Topic for today is Muslim women and their oppression in Islam. I'm going to be talking about this more factually than my previous video where I discussed my opinions and expressed my experience growing up as a Muslim girl and being a Muslim woman who practices her faith. So I'll actually relate this back to the earlier times of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we'll give you the example of his first wife Khadija radiallahu anha. And she is the perfect example because before marriage, not after marriage to our prophet, but before marriage, she was already a very established business owner, and her business was very flourished, stable, and successful. She was not dependent on any man for earnings and all that sort of stuff. So she was not just independent but successful. And now if you compare it to the European and the women in US of that time, we can see that European women were just like property. They were owned by their husbands or fathers and traded in like just like property. And the US women, they actually had no rights, not even the basic rights to use a washroom in public. They were prohibited from doing so in that period, while the Muslim women had equal rights to men in the Middle East and other Muslim areas. Another great fact is that Islam is actually one of the first Abrahamic religions to mandate consent for marriage. The woman had the right to say yes or no to any proposal that came her way, and she had the right to divorce if she felt like the marriage was not working out. She didn't have to wait for the men to divorce her. She could actually initiate the divorce and she could hold property. And while the Muslim women had the right to actually have property in their name, the women in Europe were treated as property, which is honestly so baffling to me. And this is one of the main reasons why the European colonizers attack different parts in the world where there is matriarchy and where women are given equal rights to men, because we all know colonizers hate to see women thriving, whether it's a Muslim woman, a European woman, or any other woman of religion or place. They hate to see equal rights for women as compared to men, and they want to establish patriarchy. And in the Middle East and Muslim countries, they were not able to do that, so they would try to colonize or defame them while publicizing these countries as oppressors, when in fact it's the opposite. Muslim women have more rights than any of these countries are giving their women. Another great example is that nowadays women are being told to be confined into homes and just the household chores, telling them that they were born to do this. Allah actually shows us with the example of our beloved Aisha radiallahu anha, who was also the wife of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was a great scholar and a teacher, and throughout her life, she continued to teach Muslim scholar men. She was already teaching in those prophetic times, earlier times, men, might I add, the great men who already had knowledge. She was actually teaching them. And this is one of the many examples to show how Islam actually liberates women and elevates their standard instead of this propaganda that Islam oppresses women. Islam in no way oppresses women. Allah loves us, and in the Quran, Allah has actually said so many times for the women and to the women, do not be sad, do not be sad, because he has provided us with so many provisions that are just for the woman. And there are actually no reasons why a woman, a Muslim woman, should be sad, because she has all the rights in the world more than any other religion, faith, or country. And a Muslim woman is actually in her element the best independent and self sufficient woman from Allah. And if a man tries to tell you and make you believe that Islam oppresses women or Islam does not give women rights, please do not listen, even if it is a Muslim man, because just you can see from these examples how much Allah has given us and the provisions and the status in a society, the equality, and he just genuinely loves us. And the men that are projecting these ideas onto you of oppression are actually not coming from Islamic point of view, but moreover from their own patriarchal beliefs. You just need to know that it's their opinion, not the Islamic opinion. And if anyone convinces you otherwise, please give them these two examples, because these are from the life of our Prophet and his beloved wives, and it just shows how women are treated in Islam. And that is for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.